Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this update we are going to check out AVAX's price chart, and what we talked about in the previous video pretty much played out. If you remember, the last time that we talked about Avalanche, we were right around, I believe, this area, and the idea was that there's like a very good chance we are having from this point a 1, 2, 3, 4, and our move up is going to continue into this wave 5 because we said, look, this is definitely a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up. We specifically said 5 waves on the upside do not really get a whole lot more clear than this into a wave 1, correction for wave 2, and what's next? Good move up into wave 3, 4, 5. Now, the question for today's update is this: can we argue this 5 wave impulsive structure is actually over to about here, and now maybe it's time for a deeper pullback? Now, first things first, let me be very clear. Any kind of pullback in Avalanche most likely is going to be a correction structure into this wave 4 right in here. And then what's next? Yep, you know what? Another continuation of the move up. And if I just go on maybe H1 time frame, you can see the structures quite clearly. You see, I think from the lowest low we are having 1, 2, and then another 1 and a 2, even another 1 and a 2, this time on a lower degree relative to this yellow one. And what is happening right now? We are just on our way up to complete a series of wave 3s, meaning what? Our move up has to accelerate, and that's actually the main reason for why you saw in here quite a sharp move on the upside. And in my view, this is actually going to continue a little bit. Now, here is a very important point for you. Yes, you can say that this 5 wave up is complete. However, this isn't necessarily my favorite scenario. Why? Okay, that actually comes down to the sub waves in the short term. Let's just zoom in here on 5-minute time frame. So in my view, there's like, yep, quite actually a good chance we are having in this area an A, B, C, D, E in form of a triangle structure, and this is a 1, 2, 3 running flat into 4, another move up into wave 5. And pay attention, I think in Avalanche we are probably having from this point actually a 1, 2 good move up into wave 3, correction for 4, and another move up into wave 5. So we do have a 5 wave, but starting from here and not the lowest low. And I'm actually willing to tell you that this white 5 wave up right in here on a higher degree is into a wave 3, and the current move is just a correction into wave 4. And what's next? Yep, you know it, another move up into wave 5, and that is actually going to be into this wave 3, correction for 4, another move up into wave 5. Question: what's the difference between this scenario and the previous count that we talked about in a minute ago? Here is the thing: this is actually a bit more of a bullish scenario for two very important reasons. Number one, this suggests we are, let's say, like one step before what we talked about earlier in the video. Number two, this actually suggests that probably this pullback in Avalanche is not actually going to be as deep relative to the previous scenario, suggesting that we are having a correction structure into this larger degree wave 4. Since this is a wave 4 but on a lower degree, okay, I can tell you maybe even right around the current area we are going to end that, and from here we can expect at least another move up into wave 5 in order to take this important high for the first target around, let's say, $36, but we may end up going like just a bit higher than that, let's say to about the $38 area, and then we can have a pullback followed by a continuation of the move down. So again, let me be very clear, in like very short term, meaning let's say in the next 72 hours in Avalanche, I do think soon we are going to wrap up this correction down and get another move on the upside, and then we can have a move down. But the main point is this: since right now we are going basically perfectly according to the bullish scenario, meaning the series of 1-2s from the lowest low, we should consider any kind of move down as just a temporary pullback in order to gather the power for the next phase on the upside. Okay, it's very important to understand that. I think this is actually going to continue, let's say, for the next couple of weeks, and I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in AVAX. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.